What's shaking, everybody? It's your boy King of the Golden State doing another edition of the Wednesday Pile. I mean, I'm doing a Wednesday Pile of comics I picked up from the comic shop, but who cares? You're not going to watch it anyway. Nobody's going to watch my show. Anyway, I'm kidding. I just, thought that was pretty funny. But, anyway, picked up some comics from my LCS and decided to show these off to you guys. I'm sure everybody else has got the same thing I got, or maybe they don't. Who knows? But you know what? Whether you guys watch or not, no big deal for me, man. I like doing these. These are fun for me, and I like to share with the class, basically. So, you know what? Let's get started, guys. It's pretty much a bunch of stuff I picked up from the comic shop, and whether you guys watch it or not, I like showing them anyway. Starting with this. Amazing Spider-Man has come out with its 25th issue, and this is the beginning of the Osborn identity, which I honestly like as a title. They don't really put too many good original, not too original, because Osborn identity, which is kind of hilarious. They don't put too many of those original storyline titles out, as often as they used to. Because you always see something about the Clone Saga or Clone Conspiracy or whatever. An idea like the Osborn Identity by Dan Slott works for me. And you know what? This is pretty much a takeoff of the cover of the early Spider-Man or Volume 1 cover. I think it was issue 37 or 32. It was somewhere in the 30s. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I just love this cover. I mean, it's a Alex Ross cover. It's after the great John Romita doing an amazing cover, and how can you say no to a cover like this? It's really cool. So look forward to sitting back and reading that. Also, picked this up, and that's Wildstorm, or The Wildstorm #2, by Warren Ellis. And I read the first issue. I thought the first issue was pretty good. Not great, but I'm looking forward to reading the second issue. I want the Wildstorm universe to carry on, honestly, because, ever since Jim Lee was, joined the DC universe, he brought his characters from Wildstorm over to the DC universe, but they didn't really flourish, as well as he thought, and now here's another shot. So I like what, the first issue brought for the Wildstorm, so I'm looking forward to next issue here, so why not? Also, picked up, I'm looking forward to reading this. This might be my book of the week, honestly. American Gods, #1. It's based off an actual, Neil Gaiman novel, so now it's in comic form, and of course it's going to be a TV show. I think I'm going to be on Stars pretty soon, so I think that they were talking about this back at the San Diego Comic-Con as far as being a TV show, like last year back in July, and they were saying this was coming in 2017, and I thought 2017, man, it's such a long way from now. So here it is, 2017's here, and American Gods is around the corner, so I'm looking forward to reading that. I got this in a package deal, so Glenn Fabry did a cover. I'm not sure who did this other cover. And then, of course, you got the David Mack cover, which I think is really cool. I like that one. So, I don't know much about the American Gods. I'm going to give it a read, and, I'm sure it's going to be good. I mean, I'm a big Neil Gaiman fan, and the stuff he did for Sandman was really good stuff. So, looking forward to it. Also, this came out. I'm a little behind on Poe Dameron, although I'm surprised it's on issue 12. As opposed to all the other Star Wars specials and miniseries. Some of them didn't go over issue 4. Like the longest running Star Wars series were Star Wars and Darth Vader. And to see that Poe Dameron's on issue 12 is kind of surprising. I don't hate it or anything. I'm just kind of surprised that they invested this much in a character to go as far as 12 issues. I mean, art is great. You know, Phil Noto does a great job. Charles Soule writes really good stories, especially for Poe Dameron. I actually like it. So, you know, I'm looking forward to sitting back and giving this one a read. I haven't got around to reading this just yet, but I actually love the cover by Mel Ruby, Red Sonja #3. This is one of a million of the variant covers that Dynamite put out for Red Sonja. And there was other covers, a J. Scott Campbell cover, and I forgot who else. Maybe a Carlos Gomez cover, but I'm not a big Mel Ruby fan, but I actually like this cover, what he put together. And I don't want to pick up another J. Scott Campbell Red Sonja cover. I mean, I already have enough of those covers, so I figured I'd switch it up. I actually love this cover, man. It's really kick-ass stuff. So I will get around to picking it up and opening it up and giving it a shot. Have you guys read it? Let me know. What else did we get here? Going through my pile. Super Sons. Anybody read this yet? And once again, I'm trying to cut down my variants of what I pick up from DC. This one is a Dustin Nguyen cover artist who does the creator who does Descender for Image did this cover, which is really cool. The other cover was okay, kind of weak for the most part, but I like the way Peter Tomasi handles the writing for Super Sons right now and Superman. If you guys haven't read Superman, you guys probably should give that a shot. Tomasi does, I think, my opinion personally, I think Tomasi is a better writer than Dan Jurgens handling Superman. That's just me personally. But, give this a shot. The first issue was good. Looking forward to reading the second issue. Also, have you guys read Batwoman? I mean, I read the Batwoman Rebirth. And, yes, I did get the variant and the original cover on Batwoman. Some of them do call me out. I love both of these covers. So I couldn't say no to either one. Especially when this cover is done by J.G. Jones. And, J.G. Jones does some great stuff. It's like, if you've ever seen the New 52 first appearance of Batwoman in there. And J.G. Jones did the cover for that. He does great art. He's one of those very underrated artists. And, of course, the other cover here is by Steve Epting. And Steve Epting's another good artist. Like, he's done stuff as far as, like, Captain America. And this is, like, I'm not sure which volume it was. I think it was volume 2 or 3 where Winter Soldier debuted. He does some really good covers. Really good artwork altogether. So, Marguerite Bennett, same writer who does Animosity from Aftershock, does the writing for this. So I'm looking forward to reading more of Batwoman, actually. I mean, they need to highlight more of this character. Like, as much as they like to highlight, DC likes to highlight like Harley Quinn like crazy, and Marvel likes to highlight, Deadpool. I think they need to push more Batwoman. I think not Batgirl, but Batwoman. I think this character is probably one of the most interesting characters in the DC universe, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, that's about it. I don't want to bore you to death. It's only been 8 minutes into this video, so if you gotten that far, please give me a thumbs up. It doesn't hurt. Please give us a comment here and tell me what you picked up from the comic shop. And if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. If you haven't, then if you have already, welcome to the party, pal. Catch you guys later. Peace.